Hey, everyone out there. We're invisible, but we're here. It's me, Blitz Falcon. There he is. And we've got Stebo on the call, the formerly name changed player to join us. How you doing today? Should I call you Stebo?
You can call me whatever you want.
Okay, great.
But I am doing grand. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty excited. We got Apex today, Sunday. It looks like the mishap yesterday where we weren't able to get in the private server is fixed, so we'll be back into the league. And then yesterday's game is rescheduled for next Saturday at 1. So we have a little bit more time. We may not be able to broadcast that one, but we're at least fortunate enough to get today, maybe the last important game of the season today.
Absolutely. So I believe, is this Maroon team or Silver team?
This is just Team Silver today. Maroon's not able to play. Silver's sitting in 10th spot. We talked about this a little yesterday. 10th out of 47 teams, so not a bad place to be. Not ideal. Still hoping for a top 5 finish this season. It's definitely achievable, but we'll see quite a different pace and play style today and next weekend because there's some catching up to do. See a little bit more aggression, maybe testing the waters in the first couple of games here to see if they can get a high point total early on or if they'll need to do that later.
Absolutely. So are these are the best teams for this tournament?
It's still everybody. So the league is still open. There are some teams that if they were placed pretty low, they've just decided to kind of bow out, or some teams unable to complete the season because of finals and things like that. The season did go a little over. There were a few hiccups in the process. It's the first time they've run it. So things like the release of the new map Olympus pushed it back a week. The issues with the server yesterday pushed it back a week. So some students just not able to compete all the way through the season, but it is a good test run, and there is still a prize at the end of the tunnel if they can complete it. But yeah, all of the teams that are competing, it's still an open league, so no tournament yet.
Great. Exciting. Well, I'm really excited. I've seen this team go in a couple times, and I think they're really solid together. The UN squad.
Yeah, the UN squad is they've been playing really well together. They've been together for quite a while. Legend and Vaca have been playing together since the beginning, and we added Soldier a year ago. He's just recently switched over to mouse and keyboard from controller, so we'll see a little bit of an aim discrepancy on some weapons, but I'm already seeing a lot of progress out of him. So he's already doing better on mouse and keyboard than he was on controller. So, I mean, it's just sky's the limit. They've been climbing the ranks, and yeah, a lot of good teamwork. I heard good communication this morning.
That's awesome.
We were fortunate enough to see Vaca win that NECC Rocket League championship last night. So he's just doing it all right now.
Yeah, for real. And are these guys, are they in Diamond in Apex, or what are their average ranks?
Yeah, so we really wanted to prepare as much as possible for the Apex Spark series, and unfortunately that came right at the end of last season when it was going to start. So if you played ranked, you were put on a map that is not on Apex Spark. So we were put on Kings Canyon if you played ranked, and Apex Spark takes place on World's Edge. So we really wanted to get as much World's Edge practice in as possible. So the rank, they made it to, I think, Diamond 3, Diamond 4, just to get all of them the rewards for Diamond. But this year, we have 71 days left in the season, and they're already Plat 1, so close to Diamond. So they're really going to make a push and try to get to Master. And I don't think there's anything stopping them other than just time.
Absolutely. That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, definitely the potential here for a high Diamond, low Master level team, which is, I mean, you're looking at the 1% right there of players. So it's pretty exciting.
Absolutely. So where do you think, in your opinion, it looks like they're going to drop, is that Epicenter? Is that what it's called?
They're going to skip Epicenter and go to Skyhook. You will probably see this team drop Skyhook 10 out of 10 times. If they don't, they're going to drop someplace close and then rotate to Skyhook. So
okay, so what's the search in Skyhook? Is there like a crafting machine there, or what are they looking for? Why do they like it?
Yeah, so these league games go a little bit differently than like a regular ranked game. The crafting can be in different locations. It's not really about that, but the idea is that we just practice 1 or 2 landing spots that we're super comfortable with and can move fast through. And Skyhook has a lot of utility. It has a lot of loot. It's got a lot of protection, and there's different avenues to get out in case they get into trouble. So it's just where we've practiced. There's nothing really particularly special about it. It's just what the team really likes. There's plenty of other places, and there's the respect in these matches where you don't usually land 5 teams in the same place. It's usually 1, maybe 2 teams.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
And as you can see, they do get a crafter, but that is random, so it's not going to be here every time, or it might be here, but in a different spot.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Yeah, it looks like they're getting some pretty good loot too. Spitfire and Mastiff for Legend, which is fairly good.
Yeah, I mean, he's just holding the he's going to hold the Spitfire as a placeholder until he finds something better. Kind of the disappointment here is nobody landed on a purple sitting on white shield, so they're going to take their time here. And I don't think they'll run trials, but if they get desperate, yeah, they'll switch to the Hemlock.
Yeah.
They might run trials just to get better armors, but it's pretty dangerous. I mean, it pretty much lets half the map know where you are.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, I've been playing a little bit recently, and as far as I understand, like Hemlock with Purple Meg is like probably one of the best guns in the games right now. No, it's got the range and the burst.
Yep, totally. And if you do control your spray, if you've got like a good barrel stabilizer on there, or if you got a lot of practice with the Hemlock, I mean, it's absolutely a laser beam. It's got excellent range. 30 rounds in a purple mag. It's super versatile. It's brutal. Surprising that he may actually switch that over to Soldier, who's playing on Gibby. Gibby's a little better with the long range weapons than anyone else.
Right. I've seen a lot of Gibbies actually running G7s, which I thought was surprising.
No, that's definitely the meta right now, is to run the G7 Scout. Its range, it's super high damage, pretty conservative with ammo. And the reason Gibraltars are running it is basically for shield farming. So as you know, the Evo shield has 300 points on blue, 750 to upgrade to red. And so Gibraltar will just sit there and abuse his aim shield, poking with the G7 and just farming those shields up all throughout the game. And he gets to conserve his meds because he never takes damage through the aim shield.
Right. Yeah. Does this team usually run an R90 or how do they feel? I love the R99 personally. I know that gun is kind of crazy, but
pretty strong right now. Vaca might run it. It's a close range weapon, so if you were to see it on anyone, you'd probably see it as a secondary on Vaca or on Legend, but he's more susceptible to use the R301 just because the range on the R301 and the control over it is the R301 is probably considered the most well-rounded weapon in the game right now. R99 is great for jumping on teams, but they're not going to be doing that much here. So
right. And I noticed too, they have a crypto, which I don't think I've seen a crypto be played on this team.
Yeah, we switched over to crypto about 3 weeks ago because Soldier was running Bloodhound. So you have to have somebody with some kind of vision utility. So Bloodhound or crypto. But Vaca was not really enjoying Gibraltar. So we put Soldier on Gibraltar and he's been excelling. And so we needed that vision, that sort of scouting potential. And Crypto's ult is just simply super, super strong. It can eliminate Gibby bubbles, it can eliminate caustic traps, and it's just good for breaking team shields and initiating fights. So it just works for them. I mean, it works really well. We saw some trickery with it yesterday where they were using the crypto drone to follow the Trident, and they were driving around on the car, and it's kind of broken, to be honest.
Wow, yeah, that's actually great.
Because it stays in range of your character. So
right, yeah, that's awesome. Every time I played crypto, I would actually just set up his drone in my off angle, like behind me, so that I just had something to notify me if there was someone coming up. So not as advanced, but that's cool. I've seen a lot of cool things with the Trident.
Definitely. Yeah, it's pretty exciting, although I will say that Olympus is currently pretty unbalanced, so it's not ready for competitive play at the top level yet. I'm happy that we're still on World's Edge. World's Edge is the best well-rounded map, lots of good locations, lots of good drop spots, and it's not just whoever's the third party wins the game. So
right.
Yeah, just looking at their loadout, pretty unfortunate. One player running a blue shield, 2 players on whites. They're not going to be as confident, especially after looting probably 60% of Skyhook. They're not going to be as confident to take a fight here early. So a little disappointing to see because I wanted to see a little bit more aggression out of the team today.
Right.
Looks like they may have spotted someone here over the, I think we used to call this below Mirage, the town below Mirage, but Mirage isn't here anymore. So it's just kind of nothing.
Right. Well, hopefully they can get some damage off and upgrade quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just 150 per white shield, and with the Gibraltar, that's pretty easy to do without getting into too much danger. They see a Horizon Q right here, but unable to spot anybody. So maybe Horizon was using that to get a vantage point above and look down, but I don't think they've been spotted yet. And definitely taking an aggression. They're looking to chase here, so kind of surprising. Maybe just looking to poke some damage or see if they can get an advantage because the other team hasn't spotted them.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're covered from their right side, so
Yeah, great thing about World's Edge is this is nice. It's. I mean, third parties are going to happen. That's how you win, but there's a lot more cover, and it also helps that this team is already pushing into the green ring, so they're going to want to be here in 5 or 6 minutes.
right, absolutely. It's a little parkour here.
Yeah, always a tricky rock. It's like RNG. You never know what you're going to get with this rock. Sometimes your character will slide right up it. Sometimes you'll just bonk your head and fall off. So it's a total pain. But it's such a strong spot. You absolutely cannot be seen up here. So
Yeah. Yeah, and it would be pretty much impossible to contest, especially with the Hemlock Mastiff. So
yeah, so I think what the plan is here is they spotted a team at Countdown. I'm not sure if they've seen anybody at Harvester yet. I haven't. But then they saw a team go into lava, and here they come back out. They're about to laser him. Yeah, it looks like they're all going to shoot together. Legend, unfortunately, on single fire only hits one shot. Here we go.
yeah,
Yep, getting some cracks on him, and they
nice.
already have a knock. Not sure who Hogan is. I'm not sure what team Hogan plays for, but a nice start, good knock, and they're in a 2v3.
Yeah, it looks like he's looking for the
Oh,
finish too. He got sniped though. Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Got to be careful. They're making some noise. It looks like NRT is nearby. You can see them coming up on the kill feed. That's Sticks and Escape popping up there. So definitely going to put people in the passive seat there, knowing that they're nearby and getting some kills. If another
Absolutely.
team, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah, if another team hears them, and yeah, I think they're going to let that down go. They're not even going to go for the thirst here. Vaca looking to get better positioning, still going to poke at them and try to keep that guy down, but this team might actually get away. Silver just not trying to overcommit, being smart here, not just getting too greedy for one kill. It's only worth 1 point. So, and
Yeah, it
of
looks like
course,
the drone's coming out too, so they're searching.
yeah, a little concerned that Vaca is just droning out in the middle of a field like that. And oh, so it looks like a third party did come in. Someone finished that other character for them, so they do get the KP for it. It's just 1 point, but it's better than nothing.
Absolutely. So would you say I believe you said NRT was like semi-pro, right?
Yeah, they're an organization looking to get into the amateur to semi-pro scene. There's another one in there. It's a former team that was University of Kentucky now, who have 2 of 3 of their players as graduates. They're called Scion, and there's others. RIT is another team that's pretty high up there. It's a mixture, but as this league began with college teams, it's still about 80% college teams. So
Right. So I'm curious, are those teams more aggressive? Like are they more confident in stuff since they're up at that level or um
absolutely. Yeah,
okay.
NRT with their point totals from week 1 in their first week, they had twice as many as teams that had already played 2 weeks. Just because they were racking up 20-25 kills and a win in like half their games. So the team NRT is beating every other team by at least double their point totals right now.
Wow,
And this
that's crazy aggression.
yeah, I mean, in this late in the season, it would be a miracle if another team was able to catch them. They would have to lose pretty much everything because as they're in Silver's division and Silver is playing the last 2 weeks while other divisions might have one bye, that means NRT is also playing 2 more weeks. So they have 2 more weeks in which to accrue more point total. The chase is kind of for second place at this point.
Gotcha.
But second place is still open. There's a lot of teams in contention. There's a couple of teams fighting for it right now, but Silver not too far behind them. It would be able to catch any of those teams with 2 good wins here today. So
Awesome. Yeah, and it
yeah,
looks like Vodka picked up a purple too, so
yep,
that's helpful.
that would have come off the downed. I couldn't exactly tell which character they were killing, but that would have come off the death box there. So a nice upgrade. Team worked together to isolate that player, and it was a free loot delivery system if you think about it.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I mean, I play an unranked a lot, and people are just like the tournament play is so much more patient and strategic. I really enjoy watching it.
Definitely. It's a totally different experience. And even at this level compared to the pro level, the pros are even more passive and even more about controlling their little scrap of turf in a giant map. It's pretty interesting, but you get a nice glimpse into it. Sorry to change subjects, but I just wanted to let you guys know that our director is in chat, Michael Cassins, right now. So if you've got that Griz emote, go ahead and spam him for us. Hi, Michael.
Hello, Michael. It's good to see you.
Yeah, so going back to what you were saying, the you'll get a mixture here as some of the teams are haven't really practiced at that level and they're just looking to get kills and get good placements. So they'll take a fight and then they'll get pushed. But there's a couple of teams and Silver is definitely within this group where instead of just running amok on the server and trying to get kill after kill, they're just going for placement here. They're if kills come to them, they're going to take them, but they're going to think about it strategically. They're not just going to go out there without a plan looking to shoot everybody. They're going to hold positions, and when a team pushes in, they'll collapse on them.
Absolutely. Yeah, I like it. It seems like they saw someone. They were pretty being pretty careful about that mountain above them, but
Yeah, holding this part of thermal is a good spot up there. Oh, yeah, and as you can hear, some shots coming in already in thermal. So the team that they chased going in here, this is most likely a group of two.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're getting pushed from behind, so definitely not a group of two. There's a break on someone from Soldier, but Legend is going to have to do what he can just to get out here. He's going to jump across as both of his teammates are getting thirsty. It happened in a matter of seconds, and guess who it is? It's NRT
Yeah,
pushing in really hard. So it's all up on Legend right now to just get as many placement points as he can. I don't think NRT spotted him, but they're going to know he's nearby, and they're going to have a Bloodhound, so he may be in trouble here.
yeah. Looks like they had the Mastiff shots just come through.
Yeah, unfortunate. It just happened so fast. And you can already see NRT fighting another team, getting a sentinel down on another team. So just absolutely no fear from them. Just total aggression is their play style. It's worked against them sometimes, but they've kind of had Grizz's number on a couple of occasions because they just don't seem to have heard them coming. And something seems to be wrong here. Legend's stuck in his inventory while he's being shot at. I'm not really sure what's happening. Okay, it seems like he's back. He may have been trying to fix some kind of issue or bug. I can't really tell you what happened there. Yeah, just looking to what we call rat is just be as passive and hide as much as possible and play for as many placement points. As you can see, there's 8 squads with 20 players alive, so still a good portion. Legend is one of those squads, and looks like a lot of combat going on, but we're not going to see much of that. We'll probably just see Legend hiding here in the corner. Those banners are going to time out for Soldier and Vaca. So it's all on him. He's not going to be taking any fights unless he's absolutely forced. He's just going to play for the next placement. As you can see, another team goes down. So it's going to go down to 7 squads here in just a second on cue. And maybe even a second. So just racking up those placement points, trying to make it as optimal as possible. Not the best start for Griz, but he's going to try to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It seems like NRT was behind them just that entire time, just slowly, racking up those kills because they were pretty close, I believe. You said I couldn't quite remember.
Yeah, it was definitely the team that they saw initially when Legend on Pathfinder was standing on top of that rock. They were looking for that team that pushed down here into thermal, and it happened to be NRT, which is unfortunate. They had already set up in here. Griz had the idea to set up in here, could not get eyes on them, and yeah, we'll probably be a little more careful using crypto drones next game so that they can get more information because they just weren't ready, didn't know the team was there, and if NRT does a good job of not making a lot of noise and not showing themselves until they're absolutely ready, and then suddenly the fight's over.
Yeah, absolutely. So, in terms of placements, is it per team, like which team you make it, or like, does it go down by 5s? So like 15th placement gets better, and then like how does the placement points work? Sorry.
Yeah, so placement points are they're basically they go by 5s up until 5th place. 5th place is worth 4, 4th place is worth 5. third place is worth 7, second is worth 9, and first is worth 12 points. And then the ones before that are 3, 2, and 1 in groups of 5. So, if you get 15, if you get 14th place, you get 1 point, which
Yeah.
is okay. Looks like Legends actually finding another rat here. That's pretty rough. Whiffs 90% of his mastiff shots, unable to hit the Bloodhound, and just goes down pretty hard there. And guess who? NRT hunts him down after all that time. But Legend manages to get 4th place. So I mean, not the worst thing in the world. He knew they were hunting.
Yeah.
Um, I think we'll take a 4th place with 1 player left alive. It could have been a lot worse. That's a 6 points total here. But as you can see, already 1 player on NRT with 4 kills, assuming the other ones we've seen Escape and Sticks pop up on the kill feed. So we'll assume they're at least 10 kills here, and looking for a 3rd place. So they're already at just around 20 points for the game. And yeah, looking to close out some more. Pretty high point totals. Griz getting 6 points on this game, which isn't the worst thing ever.
Yeah, not bad at all. It's a lot better than 1.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that 4th place is actually going to make a big difference at the end of the day. So, and yeah, Legend having almost no chance here. As you can see, it's been 3 squads and will be 3 squads until the game is over. There's not really a chance another team goes down early here. So
Yeah, it's unfortunate he got sonar detected. I think he could have maybe ratted till 3rd, but
honestly, the meta of Bloodhound has made it really hard to rat right now because people will find you ratting on accident all the time. They're scanning for other teams. It's up so often that Bloodhound scan that they'll be looking for the placement of another team, and suddenly they'll see out of the corner of their scan, oh, there's a guy behind that rock, and I mean, you just get jumped on. So
yeah, they had some really good team focus there on that one player. He couldn't even move. They were just all beaming. That was crazy.
yeah, I mean, we definitely want to highlight the Grizz and show what they have to offer. It's tough sometimes because they only get 4 games a day, and not everything always goes their way. But this is a good opportunity to see like a nice, well-oiled machine and how they work together. How they're all covering different spots, but they're close enough to help each other. So we can still learn a lot from spectating. The better, the best, the highest placed team in the tournament. I don't want to say the best, but they're definitely doing the best currently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, I mean, they have total control. You can see they're holding the edge of the ring. If you look up on the mini map on your top left, all those arrows facing towards the edge of the ring. And what that does is that just forces this team to take one of 2 avenues. It's going to run directly into NRT, and they'll be out of options in about a minute here. They're going to try to Wraith Portal to get themselves into position. It looks like NRT has a Kraber. They've pretty much got the whole zone under control. So barring, a really excellent team play from this other team, NRT is just going to, completely be in the driver's seat.
Well, they have a peacekeeper too.
Getting a peacekeeper. Yeah. Calfon's going to probably get a knock here. That guy's completely flesh, pretty low. And as you can see, they haven't really even taken much damage. So now that they've gotten them low, they know they're healing. They're just going to take the fight to him, batting behind a rock here. Yep, and that'll do it. It's over that quickly. So all three players go down, and NRT gets a win. Probably hit about, I'd say they probably hit about 15 kills. So most likely looking at close to 30 points for that game.
Wow. Well, good effort from Griz. They tried. I liked it.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes. I mean, the lava thermal has definitely been a difficult place for them to see success. It's not a very common final ring, and the fact that there was another team that just got there maybe 30 seconds before them made it so that they were always going to push into an enemy instead of taking the driver's seat. So a little tricky there. That's the risk of Skyhook. Sometimes it's a great place to land, but it is a little far away. So
absolutely, yeah.
Well, we have plenty of time to talk before the next match. I think they're usually about 5 to 10 minutes in between, unless they've changed anything. So, what are your thoughts on match number 1, Sully?
Yeah, as I said, I didn't think it was too bad. The armor situation was unfortunate, but it wasn't. It definitely wasn't the worst. I feel like getting downed before even getting in the top 10 would probably be the the hardest thing. But yeah, and Legend with the tracking too on the Hemlock, it was good. So
Yeah, it was looking pretty good. Unfortunate that that's the start that they got, but a fourth place isn't the worst thing in the world. I see that there's a question in chat related to your name change, so I'll give you the time to address that if you want, or we can just gloss over it like nothing ever happened. The choice is yours.
I can tell you privately if you want. Is
There
it
you go.
someone I know?
Yes, that would be Salty Pops, none other than the Salty
Oh,
Pops.
of course it's Salty Pops. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No. We can address that later.
All right, yeah, of course. I'm thinking about giving myself a name change too. So I'm gonna wait until like they print something off that's really official with my gamer tag on it, and then I'll change it to something silly
Yeah, exactly.
like
Then
Dad. Sorry, go ahead.
well, maybe people, if they can never find you, it's they can't be scared. Maybe NRT that's
Oh,
the strat. Like they just change their name every game, and then
oh yeah, yeah.
and then they won't know that they're coming.
Well, I mean, that's when you want to move to Alaska, not Montana. Alaska is where people go to hide. So if I do have a gamer tag change, you guys know where to find
uh,
Cheesecake Falcon. Yeah, that's a good one.
cheesecake.
Yeah, I make a pretty darn good cheesecake. I don't know if you ever got to try one.
I didn't, sadly.
Oh, yep.
What
Well,
flavor?
so yeah, I actually used to have a menu of like 20 different flavors of cheesecake, all kinds of different stuff. So snickerdoodle, Oreo, like a cookies and cream one, a classic one, lemon, a key lime. There's all kinds of stuff. A Reese's peanut butter one.
Oh,
Have you ever eaten Reese's peanut butter cereal?
yeah.
The puffs. I used to use that as a cheesecake crust, so that's pretty
Oh
cool.
my
Yeah.
gosh,
Yeah.
amazing. Oh
Yeah, it
no.
was pretty good. It was pretty good. Sorry there, folks. There is not really much left to analyze on Apex, so me and Stebo are just gonna be. I guess I can't really think of the term for just
Chilling.
shooting the breeze, vibing. That's what
Vibing.
we're
Yeah.
vibing here.
Yeah,
We we hope all you cool bears out in the chat are vibing as well. Uh, like to see a little bit more aggression again. Like I said last game from Silver. Um, it just seems to bite them. They want to get those good placements, but I think they should really be confident that they're one of the best teams on the server, and if they run across another team, they can collapse, finish the fight, and get looted and healed before another team has a chance to collapse on them. I think it's just that worry in the back of their mind of the third party that's slowing them down a little bit. But I do want to see a little more fast action, not as much conservative gameplay from them.
yeah. I think. I mean, of course, I don't know much, but like to me, it seems like it'd be better to pick a fight and where it happens than wait for it to come to you. Um, of course, unless you're in a favorable position, but like, uh, I feel like I'd rather come to someone than vice versa, unless I was in the circle and had a good space set up.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I mean, these games don't it's not like, a bronze ranked game where it's the first circle's closing and there's only 3 teams left because everybody just jumped on each other and had a big like kung fu battle. But uh there's definitely some option. We've known some of these teams for a long time. Some of them are newcomers and they don't have as much experience. So I think Grizz should just really be confident in their experience and their abilities and just take the aggression, catch some of these teams off guard because uh, in the world of the point system kind of works the same as like the race for predator. So when someone is trying to become an apex predator, they're all about like maximizing how much aggression they have early in the game by getting kill points early and then trying to play for the last ring. And that's kind of the same thing I want them to try here. Is just to get that aggression early because you double up on your gear, you improve your shields, you get all the loot from that other team, and you take that into the next fight instead of just taking the bare bones of what you started with.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. We've talked about a few different strategies, but whatever Captain Legend decides is what they're going to do, and it changes every game, right? It's not just set in stone. We're going to do this, and we're going to fight this team because there may not be a team to fight, or 3 teams might jump on them. We just have no idea.
Yeah, that's the excitement of battle royales is it feels like every game is very, very different compared to the last. So
It is, and I do like the fact that in the professional games and in these private server leagues that there's a lot of respect between teams. They kind of give each other those drop zones. Like there is not really another team that drops Skyhook regularly that we've seen. It's always been us. So I'm not sure if teams see us going there and pull off, or they're just all have kind of picked out at this point in the season, which is late. They've all sort of picked out their favorite spots and they're all just respecting each other, which would be nice. Um, but the inverse of that is in the public lobbies and just the regular ranked and normal games. It can be so rage inducing. You're like, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Why did 13 people drop on me? There's only one gun. So battle royales, they're it's a double edged sword. Sometimes you have a lot of fun, and sometimes you have an absolutely miserable experience.
Yeah, yeah, I've definitely felt that dropping next to someone who gets a purple shield and a mastiff, and I get a P2020.
Sure, yeah, or even just like, oh, okay, I have a thermite grenade and no armor. That's excellent.
Yeah.
I was one of the people watching in chat with Fight is a good friend of mine. We were playing the other night, and I think we dropped on the new map. We dropped in Bonsai Plaza, and there were 3 teams there, so 9 people dropped in the same plaza, and there was one Havoc and nothing. So one guy got a gun with energy ammo and it was like a firing squad. It was terrible, just
Oh
mowing us down. Yeah.
Bonsai is pretty chaotic. I've been there a couple times the past couple days, and it doesn't seem to go good for me. Not gonna lie.
That was probably my worst experience. There's usually a decent amount of loot, and there's a lot of different options when you drop because of its verticality. So landing on top, there's several different places you can land, and then if it doesn't work out, there's buildings that you can drop in the bottom of and take the elevator up, or retreat and return to like a different location. But uh, it's got a lot of stuff, and it is a pretty favorable place. I will say that if you drop there when it's really off the beaten path, say the drop ship is going a different direction and it's not nearby, it's kind of like a ghost town. It's a really strange feeling. There's just more loot than you know what to do with. And you start to notice it seems very full when it's a high drop, but you start to notice things like, wow, these buildings are really big and there's not a lot in them. They're just these big, empty, you know.
Yeah, 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 for sure. So I'm curious, why competitively is Olympus not ready, in your
Oh
opinion?
yeah. Yeah, I mean there's a lot. Vehicle balancing, they haven't made any changes. This is the first release with vehicles on them, so there could be things like the vehicles are too fast, players take too much damage or too little damage when they're on the vehicles. The rings don't do enough damage, which they had to patch already. Um, Also, the final rings are not well balanced. So if you get down to the wire, there's some rings where there's maybe 5% of it is actual ground that you can stand on, and the rest is just the abyss. So it's not really well balanced yet. People shouldn't be fighting over empty space. You know what I mean? So,
Absolutely.
and there's a lot of open area too. Traveling between areas in the map can be pretty tricky. A lot of open space. It does create a different meta, so it's not terrible, but it's just not well balanced. That's all.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's an interesting like kind of game design question of how they're gonna um fix the ring positioning and stuff. I'm sure there's a way that they determine how it goes, but I was watching some pros not too long ago, and it seems like they knew almost all the possibilities of where the ring was gonna end on World's Edge. And is that a thing? Are there like set positions? Like
No,
no?
so they just have, I mean, you just have to consider they have so much experience and they'll play 10 hours a day. So if it lands, if it's this third ring and it's on Harvester, then they know it's got to be like one of these 6 places. And so they'll just sort of predict, okay, it's been this one lately, but it could be that one. And so they'll put themselves in a position to capitalize on either of those. Which is just, game knowledge. But I will say that I have heard a lot of talk of um someone being able to crack the RNG code. So figuring out that ring positioning, no one has figured it out completely yet. It's not set in stone. It is always random. If someone figures it out, they're going to make a lot of money, or they're going to make Respawn very, very mad because they'll probably get hired as a pro coach right away. Uh, and they should probably keep it to themselves because I mean, that's an ace up their sleeve that nobody else is going to know. So
Yeah, yeah. That I imagine that they'd probably make a lot of money and get Respawn super mad at them.
yeah, yeah,
uh,
both things. You just have to
yeah,
keep it really close to the vest if you're a good code cracker.
yeah, absolutely. Man, that would.
So Yeah, Stebo, I hate to jump in here and change the subject, but there's something we got to address. I have done something very wrong in my life, and it's been brought up in chat by Salty Pops that I have never seen. Not only have I never seen Captain America, but I've also only ever seen one Marvel movie, which is Guardians of the Galaxy. And I just want to apologize to the esports community as a whole. I've let you down. Uh, I don't know what to say other than I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty. Guardians of the Galaxy is a good one though. You
That's the
know,
best one. Why do I need to see another?
it's yeah,
You
that's a
know?
fair argument.
If you win the jackpot on the slots the first time you put a nickel in, why are you going to keep playing, you know?
I like it. That's very wise words from Blitz Falcon. Very wise.
I'm sorry I've never seen it. I never had a big interest in the Marvel movies, but I will say Guardians is an excellent, excellent movie.
Yeah, they I liked them overall, but it felt like it was kind of like a long go. Like they've been coming out for like 10 years. So
Yeah, and did you I mean, there's close to 50 of them total for the whole universe, aren't there? I mean, that's ridiculous.
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of watching. I don't actually have chat up, which is not good. So
Oh, it's nothing normal. It's nothing out of the usual. It's just everyone making fun of me. So,
oh
pretty standard chat. You could probably assume what it says. Winter Soldier is the best movie. I will put that in my mental codex and still plan not to watch any of them. So.
Now that's one I haven't seen. So
I'm sure they're great. I mean, they look great. I don't know. I've just never been in position to watch them. Kind of when they were coming out, I was sort of falling out of love with going to the movie theater. So sort of
Hmm.
had my limit of going to the movies, didn't really enjoy it so much anymore. So maybe when I get a little older again, I'll want to go back and watch some of them.
You know, I'm gonna go watch the second Crudes movie this week, and I'm so excited.
What
It's
what is
you
it?
know you don't know what the Crudes are? Whoa,
No
hold on.
idea. No
Chat,
idea.
flame 'em. It's a kid movie, but you know it's
Oh,
great. It's just about these cavemen that I don't know. It's really funny. I highly recommend. Like, there's some really funny adult humor in it, and I highly recommend it.
oh yeah. I love movies like that. Where they're kind of geared towards kids, but they definitely have that thing that only adults will get. You know, kids
Yeah,
won't understand the references and stuff. I think that's why Shrek was pretty popular.
yeah.
Uh,
Shrek is so good.
I'm gonna really burn bridges here and just let you know that I have also never seen Shrek. So
Oh,
I know I'm the worst.
hold up, wait.
Yep,
Oh,
I've never seen it.
Salty's freaking out.
Yeah. I wonder what are maybe I got to change the subject here. What are our odds of getting back into the game? Are they having some server issues? I can't tell. Seems like people are readied up, but they're looking to leave the match on Legend stream. I'm not sure. Maybe they're going to reset the server.
Interesting. I saw it looked like Legend had like 200 ping, which I don't know if he plays on that normally, but that would be horrible in my opinion.
I see. Oh, okay. Sorry. I saw that our producer here wants us to take a little break. If that is still on, then we will go ahead and take a break if you want us to. Otherwise, we'll just keep shooting the breeze, painting the town red, whatever you want to call it here. Oh,
Burning bridges.
yeah, burning bridges, letting everyone know how much of a terrible boomer I am. No, truly, it's not against the movies. I'm sure they're great, but I do have trouble just watching movies now because I've got all my favorites. I'm old and I'm set in my ways. And I worked at a movie theater a long time, so it's just not my favorite experience anymore. Roll the
Fair.
film. Oh, geez.
Oh yeah. We're taking a break to watch Captain America.
Oh, okay.
So,
I think we might get a little DMCA action from Twitch if we. I think we might want to avoid that.
yeah, I agree strongly. But Shrek, Salty's all over.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I mean, I know it's all like silly, but also a pretty good movie. Everybody likes it, so don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't want to watch it. It's that like I like to watch like my favorite movie is The Fifth Element, and so I'll just watch that movie over and over again.
Oh, that movie's so good. I almost
Oh
forgot
yeah,
it existed.
yeah, it's
Wow. Yeah,
incredible.
that's a great movie. Holy smokes. Wow.
Just
I'm gonna watch that later.
oh, it's so good. Yeah, the soundtrack is really pretty incredible. Just watch Shrek so you can watch Shrek 2. Oh, okay. So it looks like both Soldier and Legend are in different lobbies here. I'm not really sure what's going on. I don't see an update. I'm gonna keep looking here. So if you see me kind of darting around, I'll let you take over some of the conversation. I'm just
Okay.
trying to figure out what's going on with the server because it has been a minute since they played.
Yeah, I'm like looking all around because like my chair's falling apart for some reason. And I'm trying to look at the chat over here. Let's
I'll
go through
take a
the
look.
list. Oh my gosh.
I'll take a look in the Apex Discord and see.
See what's going on.
Yeah, maybe I can learn something here.
Bray
Looks
won't
like it looks like a couple of the players are having trouble connecting to the private server. Having lobby issues. We got that at 140. It is currently 150. So 10 minutes ago, we had having lobby issues. And that is all the information we have for you. So, oh,
Yay.
they're back to jumping in. All right. So we're back in the private server. We'll probably give it about 5 minutes for the teams to join up.
Nice.
Small Soldiers is a great movie. That was an awesome movie. If you don't know, Stebo, that is about little soldier action figures that come to life and accomplish tasks together. It's kind of like Toy Story for adults.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
really
can check
cool.
that out.
Yeah.
Good Will Hunting.
Good Will
No.
Hunting is good. Good movie.
Now I'm burning bridges. Hold up.
No, that's fine. That's fine. See, your age protects you, whereas mine hinders me. Good Will
Oh,
Hunting is a movie that was, big when like you were very small. So,
oh, okay. I got you.
but I will say, if you really want Captain America is probably great, but if you really want the true American experience, I think Forrest Gump is one of the most incredible movies of all time, just because it sort of brings together all these pop culture references from US history. It's really, really cool. It's clever. It is long, but it's also really sad. So Cheesecake Falcon is safe. Oh, Good Will Hunting actually came out before you were born. I thought maybe you were a baby, but I can't believe that.
Well, I was born in 2000, so.
Yeah.
Oh
I guess,
no.
I guess I didn't realize it was over 20 years old. Wow. 97.
Wait, how old were you when that movie came out?
I would have been 11 when Good Will Hunting came out.
Wait, are you in your 30s?
Yeah, I'm 34 years old. Yep.
What? I thought you were in your 20s. Oh my gosh. Hold up. Wait, everyone's so much older than I actually think they are in this program. If you want the fountain of youth, come to Griz Esports.
I was just going to say, I hate to throw our secret out there into the world, but you guys, I mean, esports keeps us young. Video games keep us young. So
Yeah.
keep watching, keep playing, join a program because that's all I'm saying.
The true American experience. That's great. That's what you got to say, Blitz.
It is really a true American experience.
Young.
Yep. We're young whippersnappers. That's true. It is a little strange though to think about that. Like, the last time I played video games at a high level, I was younger than most of you guys because it was before college, and that was 20 years ago. I mean, that's a lifetime to you guys. 20 years ago.
That's literally my lifetime. Yeah.
What is that, like an Atari? Was I a pro Atari player? I mean, come on.
Good old early Halo days, right?
That's right. Yeah, very excited to cart your 300-pound TV over to your best friend's house and hook up your Xboxes, which were also like in the 50-pound range, just for the console controllers that were as big as your head for no apparent reason. So, just a background on the Xbox original controller is it was just completely filled with plastic. There were like 2 circuit boards that were this big inside of it, and the joysticks, but the rest of it was just all junk, and it weighed like 6 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was one of the most disgustingly poor manufactured controllers in history. It was absolutely awful.
Oh, now they're talking about The Matrix. I actually have seen that one.
Also a great movie. I think that was 97 as well, wasn't it? Yeah, I believe Matrix was also 1997. Really, really good movie. It might have been 99 actually. Might have been 99. But yeah, really, really good movie. 99. Yep. See, I got to chat before they got to me. Ha ha!
Uh, now it's being
Uh,
scammed.
I'm gonna take a look back in the lobby. It looks like there is there are two missing players still amongst the teams that are there. So wonder if they're still having some trouble. But at a certain point, Apex Spark needs to get on with it, and they just need to play. It's unfortunate for those teams, but I mean, 15-minute delay is kind of all teams get in any other league. So
Yeah.
in my opinion, they're just gonna have to sort of write it off and say we'll try to get back to you next game. I haven't gotten any messages from the players yet, so it looks like the games are still on, and we will take a break after next game for a little intermission, and maybe I'll actually let Stebo talk a little bit then. So
Sounds good. Me and chat. It's bound to be a good time.
absolutely. Oh yeah, Jay says he can't wait. Yeah, so Cyberpunk 2077 comes out December 10th of this year, so Jay can't wait to play it in 2 years when it actually comes out. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, the
Now,
delays.
Now I have a question for you, Stebo. If you had to pick two games that are the ultimate concepts, but that just aren't complete games, or you think that they could work well by combining with each other, what would those two games be?
Oh gosh. Oh man. um okay, I'll do one like multiplayer one and one RPG one.
Okay, okay.
I still don't know why Skyrim was never multiplayer, and it makes me so sad. um, I loved that game so much, so I wanted to play in that world with friends like none other. So
Absolutely. As an old boomer, I will say that I feel the same way about Morrowind, which is the third Elder Scrolls game before Oblivion, before Skyrim, is that it's such a beautiful open world experience that why can't you just play it with other people? But
yeah,
there are private systems in which you can play Skyrim with friends and you can play Morrowind with friends, but it just doesn't really work well. It's not the same as being an open world together. So, oh, looks like we're cutting a game. So they
no,
actually get the lobby started and we're in.
sweet. Also, Salty, I do have chat open now, so
Yeah, Morrowind is always greater than Skyrim. Now, to be fair, the graphic mods make it more playable. So like the younger crowd could get into it. But if you like just sort of having no restrictions and the world is your oyster, Morrowind is definitely the game for you.
yeah, I might give it a try. I played Oblivion after I finished Skyrim, and I actually got stuck like on a door frame,
Uh-huh.
and for some reason I could not get out of it, and it made me so mad that I just quit the game altogether.
Yep, that'll happen in Morrowind too.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Well, I could try it. I'm more patient now, so.
So you can see Griz actually just opting for Skyhook again. Like I said, they're just really
Ooh.
really pleased with their landing location, but they are getting scanned. So it looks like another team is looking to challenge here. This is the Griz opportunity that I want to see. Another team lands, unless NRT is stream sniping, or unless they're intentionally trying to follow the Griz, because it's very possible they know that we prefer to land here. I want to see Griz take this fight with whoever it is.
Yeah, I think like if Griz got super geared up and had the chance to fight NRT head on head, like it could be really close. So maybe their goal is to eliminate Griz first. Who knows?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, they have beaten them twice, and they're the only team that's really given NRT that much of a tough time. And I do want to clarify. I'm not saying they were stream sniping. I'm saying if they had looked back in the past and maybe seen the tendencies, because it is common for teams like that, even if they're not playing at the top competitive level, just to practice reviewing and sort of practicing what other teams are doing. So I didn't really mean the term stream sniping, more or less maybe watching VODs and trying to see what their tendencies were. So I apologize, I misspoke there.
Yeah, that was more of a joke for me too. Sorry, guys.
And we see, so let's hear your best Whiterun guard saying somebody stole your sweet roll, Steve.
No, don't put me on the spot like that.
Nah, sorry, you're on the spot. You got to do it.
so long. It's been like over a year because I've been sucked into Overwatch. So
Okay, I'll set you up with a different Whiterun guard. Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Someone stole your sweet roll.
Oh, that was terrible. You didn't even say the line right.
It's been so long. It's okay. Okay. Next stream, I'll come back and I'll know.
Okay. Best Genji impression, please. Okay. Well, sadly, it looks like Griz opting not to take that fight. Looking to pinch another team here. Legend with the wingman, so it's going to be a nice start for them. The other team not really firing back yet. Legend getting some good damage, getting a break. One more shot's going to knock the Wraith, and he's going to get her down. This is Scarlet, so this is one of the better teams. And excellent wingman shots, a nice headshot. And the Griz get a 3-0 right away.
They're back.
The boys are back in town. What an excellent play. Legend sticking with, what he's confident on, and his wingman has been really excellent lately. He's even been sick recently, and I have to say he was almost better with the wingman when he was sick than when he's perfectly healthy. Not trying to give away any trade secrets or anything, but looks like Vaca's just poking here with a G7. Gets broken by another team. Not sure who's coming in. They get a Bloodhound scan. Oh, no. Yeah, Bloodhound scan. A team is jumping in on them Flesh. I'm a little confused as to what's happening. They might be running from another team. Legend looking to get poke on them here with the wingman. Gets a 45 damage on a blue armor. This team is really in a pickle right now.
Yeah, and Legend's got purple armor now too, which is big.
Soldier gets a knock with the Spitfire on one of them, so they're just going to capitalize. He's going to keep wingmanning. He's gotten him down to Flesh, so 1 or 2 more shots. The Volt is a good finisher, and they're gonna wipe this team out. 2 down. They need to be careful of the pinch from the rear, though. All right, and just holding each other's backs, doing a great job. Already 6 kills on the board for Griz. Would like to see Legend use that Phoenix kit and save this shield battery, but might be able to pick up some from these opponents, and it looks like they just weren't looted. I mean, almost nothing on that death box. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, super clean though. They complemented each other really well there. The zipline Volt kill too was that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, super clean. Nice teamwork there. But like I said, going ahead, even though you're not in danger, and popping that shield bat just to be safe. But at the end of the day, it might come back to bite him because shield battery with purple armor is really necessary. Legend opting not to use his Phoenix kit. And teams might have to find a crafter here and craft some shield batteries, because it's not a place you want to be in if you get into a long fight. It's going to find 1 shield battery, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Sorry, Steve, I know that sometimes it can be hard to get a word in edgewise. I'm going to give you some space if you want to.
Oh, no. That was great. I loved the commentary. Yeah, no, it seems like, too, they got some good attachments. I know it looked like that was going to give Soldier a G7 with a nice blue Meg, so...
Yep.
Yeah, they're, like, ready now. They actually got shields. They have guns. They're up.
Yeah, and it looks like, if I'm correct, I've got Soldier pulled up here, and it looks like he's going to run the Hemlock and R99, but I will say his R99 has a digi threat on it. If you guys don't know, it's the 1X sight that can see all enemies as red. It can see through smokes. It can see through gas. And putting that on either the Volt or the R99 is an absolute massive upgrade there, just giving you a ton of utility. So my favorite is to run it on those SMGs like the Volt. So looks like a full energy mag for Soldier, and that digi threat is going to be really strong.
Absolutely. Yeah, and actually my favorite combo is the Hemlock with the R90, so that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, classic combo. You get nice range, you get nice versatility, you get excellent close range damage from the R99. A lot of teams opting to take a shotgun instead than the R99, but if you're confident with your tracking, then definitely a preferred weapon for some players with good tracking. So,
you know, sometimes I'll hit a shot with the Mastiff and it's just like, 13 damage.
Yeah. The secret to the remade Mastiff is you actually can't really hip fire it anymore. You have to aim down sights, which seems a little counterintuitive for a shotgun. If you grew up in the Halo days like me, you're just full sprint with a shotgun, hip firing it. But the Mastiff is it's kind of like quick scoping in a game like Call of Duty or something like that. You'll see a player just ADS right at the last second for that shot, and it'll increase their damage by about 100%. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's kind of the meta. Oh, Griz catching a team out, but Legend unfortunately missing 4 of his 5 wingman shots there. Had an opportunity to really wipe one of their team members out. He gets the bubble down. They're going to be in a safe place, but this might be something Griz want to consider just pushing into. I mean, they have the advantage. This team's looking to back out. They got to heal off, and unfortunately, Griz whiff, and that team's going to get out scot-free.
The whiffs.
Yeah, that's okay. Those things do happen. If you are subscribed to Unknown Legend on Twitch, please use his wingman whiff emote. I'll go ahead and get the train started because seeing a miss of 4 out of 5 shots is, well, not optimal.
There's a team on all 3 sides of them though. There's one to the north, one to the east, and one to the south that backed out.
Yeah, and they were able to chase one team off, so not the worst thing in the world, but they do have to be aware that that team may actually see this and try to capitalize on it. So Griz are going to need to push in one direction. They're most likely going to want that crypto ult to do that, to get the advantage, and I would like to see that on this team that's under the Apex banner there. Get a good collapse, get better position, and do it quickly so the team coming from the other side doesn't decide to turn around and come back.
Absolutely.
But really, really heartening to know that there's still 13 teams alive out of the 16 teams that were in here, and Griz eliminated 2 of them. So they are definitely the kill leaders. You can see Legend is the kill leader on the server right now. Griz currently has more points than any other team on the server. So they're going to try to protect that a little bit. They want to take an advantageous fight, and you saw Legend cracking a white armor. They're going to smell blood in the water, and they're definitely going to push that because, you know, Purple's, if this team gets pushed into the train tunnel by the ring, as you can see the ring blocking it off, the Griz are going to absolutely eliminate them. Unfortunately, they decided to go around. They might be playing in the ring for safety. So Griz missing out on an opportunity there, but the other team making a good play.
Yeah. The second you see that white shield, for me, it's a W key. So
that's absolutely right, especially with something like a Volt on you. I mean, that's not even a full clip. It's about half a clip from a purple mag Volt. Yeah, a white shield is just an easy mow down. 150 damage from the Volt is almost instant. It's a very accurate SMG, good range on it.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're guarding respawn too. This is a good spot for them, honestly. Like, they're close to the next circle. They've got their backs covered. Well, kind of, actually.
Yeah, I mean, a good positioning for them, knowing that there's a couple of teams that are going to eventually have to push into their direction or near it, so they may be able to pick one off and then force a team fight or just get a free kill out of it. They were looking to guard that respawn beacon, but one of the issues here is that it's based all around Fragment West. And when playing around Fragment West, I mean, there can be 5 teams in that town that aren't fighting each other because of how much cover, because of how much loot there is in that area. So they do need to be careful about making too much noise, and they're going to look to reposition because of it.
Yeah, it's a smart move, hugging the wall.
Agreed. Yeah, Griz getting a scan there. The crypto drone can actually scan a relay beacon without having to stand on it. So another nice piece of utility for crypto, not having to risk getting sniped while you're scanning that beacon, not having to waste the Gibby shield. They get the green ring, and they're just going to push into countdown and try to close the other side off here. Might actually hear a team. Oh, yep, they get detected, so they're actually going to look to take this fight. They hear them fighting. They got the back scan. There's some red boxes here, so Griz are just going to collapse, not let this team get a chance to loot. Pushing him off. Legend takes a ton of damage. He's going to have to Phoenix. Looks like Soldier's going to unload an entire mag, just get a few pings there. Not a ton of damage, so Griz might want to reset here. They're definitely going up against a team with some good aim, so got to be careful, got to get some poke damage. And no one can go down here, because if it is a team like NRT, one person gets low, and they're all going to jump on him right away in an instant. The call-outs are pretty quick, so Griz opting to be a little careful here.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's good for them to back out. It seems like that team was pretty firm on their position. Pathfinder ult comes through, zipping across.
Yep. And, you know, Griz wanted to capitalize on that if possible. They saw the death boxes. They know the fight just ended, so hoping to catch that team looting or catch them just at the end of their fight. They're just maybe 2 or 3 seconds too late, and it's not a big deal. They try their hand. It doesn't work out, and they make the smart play instead of overcommitting. They just reset, and they're in good spot here. But I don't love to see a fight at train station. It is a little too unpredictable, so it looks like they're going to try to move around it. There is a team looting and crafting in train station right now. So maybe trying to be careful of that as they're getting sniped from it.
Yeah, it looks like a triple take. Oh boy.
Yeah, triple take coming in and a little split up here. They're going to try to save Vaca. Crypto really no defensive abilities, so relying on his teammates to get him better positioning. And they're going to make it out scot-free, no problem. They're just going to go back to where they were when they were having success, reset, and understand that there's some teams that were over this way and try to play their hand again. So honestly, Griz making some really good positional plays, finding a team in the middle of a fight and just the wingman popping off. Here he goes. They're going to get a gold armor out of this if they can finish this fight, capitalizing on an already existing team fight. It looks like a Wraith is going to portal. They get the elimination. The Wraith just running, and they're going to get this free loot, but they may look to continue pushing and get more damage on this team.
7 for 7 on that Meg.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Wraith opting to come back in. She's no options here. She found herself between two teams. She might have gold armor, but both teams shooting at her. She's probably really, really mad right now that the teams aren't fighting each other. But, you know, it's kill points, and it's all about that. So they're going to try to get her down. She actually looks like she might get away.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to back up too, since Legan took so much damage from the other team. There's like 2 there.
Yeah, both teams had an opportunity to capitalize on that kill. The other team surprisingly switches to the Griz team, maybe not knowing that they're not on the same team, just trying to put some damage down range. And unfortunately, that makes Legend use up his last shield battery and sitting at about 80% health. So would like to see him get a syringe off here when he's safe. He's going to go ahead and do that. As I say it, he does it. Yeah, and just not really sure what that team's intentions are, or if that Wraith is connected. Neither team able to capitalize on that, and I think Wraith gets away with gold armor. Not a bad survival for her. Not going to be able to get her teammate back though.
Right. I assume going for a care package in a tourney game like this is just kind of death, right?
Absolutely not. No, totally not. Care packages can really sway the tide of battle. You'll see, because Griz is going to capitalize. They're going to find a team out by themselves, already getting someone down, and he's just a solo. Had absolutely no chance. It looks like Dust, which is from one of the other college teams, goes down. Just trying to escape a train fight and walks right into the Griz's hands. So up to 8 KP. And is that another gold armor? It looks like they may have found the vault person. No, care packages are definitely, the weapons are so good right now that a Kraber or a Prowler can really change that last ring. So teams are going to want them towards the end, just use them to completely control that last circle because of their strength.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like the aggression shot from Legan coming in there.
Yeah, Legend able to take down a member of GCU, not getting the elim yet, but knowing that one of them is down. A 90 damage wingman absolutely blasts them. They're getting separated and held by Soldier's ult here, and Griz looking to capitalize on another team, just going to try to thirst that kill, getting some burns, and that is a gold armor, so someone might consider picking this up because they're low on meds.
I think that was the Wraith maybe, because yeah, it looked like that was the Wraith that got out last time.
Very possible that she picked up the box and was able to res them at train station. They're going to set up a portal, but unfortunately for them, you can follow the portal back. Griz not overcommitting again. I would like to see them go and try to get that thirst, but this Wraith is just being really pesky, not getting the elimination. But you can definitely see all those spectators on Legend means that the Griz have been eliminating a good portion of players on this map. They've got 5 people spectating, and he is actually going to get the kill. Eventually, that thirst goes through. That Wraith losing his teammate for the 2nd time, I believe.
Poor guy.
Yeah. We've all had that game where your team keeps trying to res you over and over again, and you just keep getting shot before you can do anything. And unfortunately for him, his teammate is just dragging him along in an absolute nightmare scenario, but keeping him alive, and he's made it up to 7th place. Griz still in the driver's seat here, although I would like to say that Legend has lost his kill leader badge, so I think we can smell NRT on the horizon, and it might be a showdown if they're careful. Yeah, nice 105 damage there on the zipline, unable to get another, but Griz are going to have to push this. They really need to push this. They need to watch their backs, but they need to finish these kills. Soldier getting a lot of damage in on one. I'm going to switch to his perspective here on my own personal view. And Griz, yeah, opting to play a little bit passive again. Vaca using the drone to get some vision up there. Griz just being really careful that they don't overcommit because they don't want to get third party. They want to protect their lead here and get the most points possible.
They know that the Bloodhound's below.
Yeah, Bloodhound down on the ground. Not really sure what happened to him. Gibraltar ult up on top, but up on the drill like that, the other team is going to be able. And Griz, honestly, I mean, they stuck around way too long. They didn't make a decisive play. They've lost Vaca completely. It looks like Soldier's going to bubble res him, but he's going to need to get shields off, and they have to reposition. A Gibraltar ult coming down in on them. They absolutely have to reposition here. This is not where Griz want to be. It is Soldier's Gibraltar ult, so they might be okay. It's going to buy them some time. Vaca has to cancel his med kit. Not sure if that was intentional. Griz need to leave this position. This is absolute death for them if they stay. It is not worth it. They need to find a better place to go.
Yeah, they have a zip too. They could leave, but it looks like they don't want to push into that team over there. But I think it's their best shot. Their spot right now is just they got people above them and in front of them.
Yeah, and unfortunately, no good options with the ring left the way it is. Definitely going to be some of the better teams on the server. We know NRT is still alive, so they have to be involved in this fight. 100% they are here somewhere. As you see them getting some downs on the kill feed there on a Legend's perspective. Griz opting not to try to reposition. They did make it out of it safely, but they're getting a little low on meds here. They're going to have to start splitting it up, and really, they are going to need to make a play. Their best bet here is to find a team of two or a team that's out of position, capitalize on it, loot their bodies, and really prepare for that final ring. Being passive here, probably not going to work out for them. They're in a really, really rough spot. Both players for Griz, Vaca and Soldier, having to pop meds. Looks like a Wraith is going to try to push in. Yep, Soldier's going to go down. They're just finding this really bad position, and I do not think they're going to be able to res Soldier. He's not in a good place. Oh, Griz almost getting a knock. Legend does get a knock on him, but being pinched in between two teams, Vaca also goes down. He's going to use the downed player for a shield. He will get the shield bat off, but he cannot res. There is no res available. The ring's going to close in, but Legend is going to look to reposition and just play for points here. He's going to try to slide down the hill here, hide behind this, get some meds off. Going to have to abandon his teammates. We saw this a little bit yesterday. Sometimes you just have to let them go so you can get a better position. He does get that kill thirst. He just looks to fight himself off from all these other teams, but he's going to be getting shot from every angle. Maybe looking to laser somebody down. This guy might be a solo. Legend might be in good shape here, but he goes down. 4th place.
That was a super good run from the Griz there. They got a lot of kills. I mean, that final position really kind of stumped them though, unfortunately.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it looks like NRT was able to catch up. You see the Sticks perspective here. He has 6 kills. His teammates probably have several. They are the last team. Going into a head-to-head, NRT in really bad shape here. It looks like they're probably going to get taken down. Bloodhound's low, only about 25 HP, and NRT is going to get taken out.
Wow.
So not getting a first place this game, and that other team holding the ring. Great positioning from them. Yeah, really good job.
Yeah, that was a good, exciting game. I liked it. PSU, is that a school?
That is school. I believe it's Penn State.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so a really good time there. I want to get your final thoughts on that. There was a lot to go over. I didn't really give you much of a chance to talk. So what are your thoughts on that? And then we'll take a break there, Steve-O.
I definitely felt like there was a lot more confidence and aggression, which I really enjoyed seeing. They backed off a couple times, but they really it looked different this time than it did last game. They took fights where they knew that they could get out. So the ending position was a little unfortunate, but overall I thought they did great.
Yeah, same. Capitalized on what they could. I thought they could have been a little bit more aggressive there on the final ring, pushing towards countdown to get that good positioning. Because as you see, the team that held that position was able to win the game. They just had an advantage over everybody. So I would have liked to see that, but everything up until that point was really excellent. So good job from them. Quite a lot of points. I'll do the total and I'll let you guys know what they've got after the break. Without further ado, I think we're going to take an intermission between games, and we will see you guys shortly. Thank you.
Nice. We're in. They're going.
Yeah, I think we might be back here. We'll just go ahead and cast like we are back, just in case. Hopefully, chat can hear us.
Yeah.
Great timing. We're 3 out of 3 Skyhook today, so Griz opted to just go with what's comfortable for them. Jumping in Skyhook worked out really well for them last time. Not so great the first time. So we're just going to try to settle down here, maximize our points for the rest of the day, and try to climb up a little bit more. Not the best results. I would say game 2 was better, but still not as good as we could have expected.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a feeling, just hear me out, maybe since they were popping off last game, they even get more aggressive this game.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Definitely a lot of kills. I think they netted 7 or 8 KP kill points that round, and I would like to see that continue. If they do and they manage to get a win or two, they're definitely in a good position to challenge for that prize pool. Right now, at the rate, the first game was a little rocky. But other teams are gonna be struggling too, so they're not the only one that's fighting for it. So it's really just all about maximizing every game, and I think they were able to do that last game. Would have liked to have seen a win, but I'm telling you, 4th place and those 5 extra points are a lot better than going out in 10th.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it seems like too. I'm watching Soldier mostly, but the loot's all right. Still not in terms of shield, but I mean, the guns seem to be all right and the attachments. So.
Yeah, not the biggest deal. Players are pretty confident, but every little bit helps. If you can get the extended mags, especially, are going to make the biggest difference. The shotgun bolts, things like stocks and barrels can be controlled just by practice. Obviously you want the optimal loadout, but I think this loadout is good enough. A couple of blue shields, it's going to work out well. The whole team will have blue shields, and a purple energy mag is going to be really, really good. Having that purple energy mag early on the Volt just really increases your kill potential.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like too Legan decided to opt out of the wingman for the Eva this time.
Maybe, but I did see one on the bottom floor here, so give him a minute. We'll see what happens.
Well, he walks right by one, so I maybe maybe not.
Okay. Yeah, having some luck with the Volt. Maybe trying. I don't know though. I mean, I liked that wingman that we saw. Some great shots coming in.
It's a good wingman. Yeah. Would you say that if you hit every shot, it's like one of the best guns in the game?
Oh, wingman is by far the best gun in the game if you were able to hit every shot. But it is such an intense, precise skill-based gun that nobody really hits every shot. It's more about just like maximizing a magazine. So can you hit half your shots? It's extremely efficient, great range, doesn't consume a lot of ammo, does a ton of damage, big headshot potential. So it is really, if you're good with it, probably the best gun.
Okay, I like it. I'm a wingman main now.
You should be. You should be. If you start practicing early with the wingman, you will not regret it later. It's easy to find. It's really high damage. You don't really need any upgrades to it other than the purple mag. It is definitely a super OP gun, but very difficult to use. So.
And they are alone as well. It's
yeah, no contest here in Skyhook so far.
It's crazy. It's just, since I've never played an attorney, it's just crazy how they get the whole town. It's always a bloodbath for me.
Well, I mean, honestly, the teams that have been a part of this league should know by now, especially ones that carried over from last year. Griz do not lose in Skyhook. Every victory that they've had, or every time the ring has ended in Skyhook, the Griz have won the game. They're excellent at this spot. They love working here, and if we're lucky enough to get the ring, which is not going to happen this time. Obviously, you can see it's already not on Skyhook. But if they're lucky enough to get the ring here, Griz's odds of winning are just far above the other teams that are out there. They're really, really strong in this location. They feel confident. They work well together. So,
absolutely, yeah. They got quite a ways to travel too, but they got Pathfinders, so.
Yeah, and early on, I mean, even being chased by the ring is not really a threat. All it does is sort of watch your back. So you do want to, if you're late into the ring, if you've got a long way to go, Griz not getting a fortunate spawn here with the ring. They're going to try to get there early, but sometimes it's not a bad play to just play at the edge of the ring to make sure that you're not going to get pinched from behind. Still a lot of potential for that, considering how far they're pushed up already.
Yeah.
Seeing another team there, spotting them at the balloon, Griz are going to look to flank. It looks like they do want to take the fight, but they want to make sure they're in the best position possible. Pathfinder ult is up, So there's a lot of potential here. But I think what they're going to do again is just kind of poke and prod and put their feelers out there, see if it's a good situation, and if it's not advantageous, to just back off. Yeah, electing not to shoot at all. Just kind of having that trigger discipline here. Looks like Soldier's going to unload, and they're low up there on the top. Oh, looks like we might see a knock up there on the crane. Wraith is going to queue away. She's got probably one hit left on her before she goes down. Soldier looking to finish it off is going to do it. Going to get that knock. Vaca actually gets another knock with his R99. I think that's a different team. Griz might want to be careful here, or they might want to just push the aggression and get as many limbs here as they can. As both teams are fighting, they're pretty weak.
Yeah, it seems like they both knocked someone from each side of the team, because when Legan got that last knock, it wasn't an insta, so they definitely have company behind them. But
yeah, it might be a little unfortunate here. It looks like they're not going to be able to thirst, so those teammates might just get picked up. Griz might have to reset without pushing in too hard, and they may not get either of those kills, which would be totally unfortunate.
Yeah.
It looks like they're opting over physical positioning as opposed to kill points here. So yeah, they're going to move on. They might get lucky. Those teams might push each other, but both are probably going to turtle up, lick their wounds, and try to reset. Griz flanking here, holding the ring, which is nice. Another team might have had to have pushed that way, but it looks like they got out safely. Yeah, and Griz netting 0 kills off of that. Pretty unfortunate. It's just one of those things where, you know, you can get a knock and you can get a good advantageous position, but you also know there's still more of them out there than there are of you. If there's still 2 people up from each team, that's 4 on 3, and you don't want to be caught in the middle. So not getting too greedy. Unfortunate because they could use that loot, but just opting to push in. And I would have liked to have seen them go a little bit harder on committing, but maybe they saw something I didn't.
Yeah, absolutely. I think too that's like positioning discipline and stuff is really probably the difference between a good player and a great player is knowing when you need to get out and when you need to go in. So
yeah, I tend to agree with you there, and I can say from personal experience, someone named Blitz probably doesn't have that skill in their repertoire.
It's okay. This weird Stevo kid probably doesn't either. So it's okay.
Griz looking to hold the ring here, Stevo. I think they really are sensing that there is a team that is late into the ring that might come under the bridge here. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if they see something I don't, but there is a crypto on the team. That drone is...
Is it a possibility that they're waiting for these teams to get out? Because there was 2, no? I think they're trying to catch these teams that they knocked, and maybe catch them off guard, but I'm not sure. They're very certain though. Yeah, they did see him. In goes the drone. It's so speedy. And it seems like they're just going to rotate back up and slowly make their way. Still pretty low. Or they don't have the best shields. I don't know how quickly these other teams build up their purple evos, but not finding many people to fight is unfortunate. Blitz just disappeared. So it might just be me with you, chat.
I am back. Sorry about that. I did have a technical issue there. That's
all good. It just got so quiet, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah. So sorry about that. We lost me for a second. I just might have been running the old graphics card a little too hard with too many windows, so we're gonna try to reduce it a little bit there.
Yeah, but I think I'm not quite too sure what their intentions are right now, but it seems like, yeah, they do see a couple teams, and they're going to push up on them right now. So the Wraith user tactical get out, and she goes right into them. Oh my gosh, they get the knock, and they have the portal too. Wraith's going to fall. That was so
And
unlucky.
yeah, unfortunately for Wraith, just caught between a rock and a hard place. Looking for another kill, just laser beaming a Bloodhound here. Griz should be able to get this knock. Teammates really need to hit those shots. It's so close, and they're going to get him too. The great thing about that Wraith is just delivering a care package of shield batteries and meds to the Griz here. Super, super fortunate. She was stacked on loot, so they're going to get to optimize or capitalize on all of that. As Legend holds him out, the other two are going to heal up. And he's just going to farm some damage on his blue shield here, 27 points away from purple.
Yeah, and they're gonna move in on this other team, I think, too, which is huge. Their right side should be covered. Their back, I mean, they just checked that whole area, so this is free game for them.
Yeah, picking up some stuff here off these boxes. They are going to get poked by another team, so got to be careful. But I do like to see Griz go a little bit more aggressive here. They have someone separated. Unfortunately, there is the third-party potential, but you just have to be a little bit more reckless towards the end of the season here. Go for those kills, make those big plays. It'll pay off in the end if you succeed. Two teams fighting, so I think Griz just maybe waiting till they get low or see some knocks, and then they're going to go in and clean up is the plan.
Absolutely.
Looking to put the Pathfinder ult here, but as you can see, the snap just absolutely terrible on it. Trying to put it on the truck next to Legend, so he's going to cancel. Shield up. Looks like some knocks are happening. He's going to farm up that purple shield. I think the Griz are going to look to push in here. They have a Gibraltar ult. He can hold them off. The opposing teams on this side of the map have absolutely no outlets there. Maybe I take that back. They could flank behind the mountain through the ring, but it'd be pretty risky.
Yeah, it seems like they've got him really in kind of a pickle here. They're going to have to cross that bridge. So maybe it's a good thing the Pathfinder ult didn't come through.
Maybe, but I would also like to say that the longer they take an extended engagement here, the more opportunity there is for another team to capitalize on this. And I don't love to see an engagement go too long. They'll hear those gunshots. They'll see those downs on the map. Vaca looking to make a play with his drone here, or maybe see if the team has pushed out. No, they're going to take out the drone. Yeah, Griz opting to be careful. Legend sitting on 4 shield batteries, so they're just going to sit here and camp this spot, wait for this team to make a mistake. Unfortunately, I guess they just have to be a little patient for these kills, but hopefully it pays off for them eventually.
Yeah, I think it looks like the ring is kind of closing off that other entrance. Like, no one can flank around that mountain either. And considering that they came through and didn't see a single person, I imagine they'll be safe. But I mean, you are right that the third party potential is high, and yeah, here it is. The other team's coming in. We see a nice arc star though, and a beam with a volt. Oh my god!
They are so low, and Soldier is going to take down 2. Vaca gets the 3rd, and they have absolutely no reset to pull here. Legend with 2 shield cells, and they're already ready to fight again. So they get 3 kills delivered on a platter to them, and the other team does not capitalize. So Griz in great shape here.
Yeah, and they get these next kills here too. If everything works out, I shouldn't.
Yeah, the gold backpack going over to Gibby is great for reses, but Vaca and Soldier both need to pop a shield bat and a med, so they're going to do that. Legend's going to cover. I believe the other team is not aware that they have the Griz low here, so Griz is going to get fully healed up, and they're just going to look to reposition, waiting for that Pathfinder ult in a good spot, but also checking the flank. Maybe Griz holding these death boxes, all these meds, and just knowing that they have all this free loot to take advantage of, and maybe just hold this team out even longer.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like they're going to move in though. And they're taking damage from behind.
This is not the play. Getting shot from both sides, having to pop a Phoenix kit. Soldier is going to need to drop that bubble. He is not dropping the bubble for his teammates. And there it goes finally right at the end, but it might be too late. This team senses that they're low. They're throwing grenades in. That Phoenix has a long way to go on it. Griz might get out of this lucky. He's trying to pop that Phoenix. He does get it off. They portal in, but the Griz are in a terrible place. They have to reposition. Soldier accidentally takes the portal, not where he wants to be. He manages to make it out okay. And somehow the Griz are still kicking. They're still pretty healed up. They're still pretty safe. They are going to need to reposition.
Yeah, we see the Pathfinder ult come through. They're going to zipline across. Danger of the zipline is it is the most predictable thing to shoot.
You know exactly where your prey is going. Pathfinder able to get out, but it's a little dangerous to use that and then leave your team behind, especially when the Gibraltar bubble is not available. He's going to need to try to find some success here and some pokes so that his team can safely move to his position. Legend looking to reposition here behind the opposing teams. You see Vaca's drone comes out, getting some information. He's definitely going to want to pop a syringe here, and they're going to want to put 2 shield cells on before they move, but it looks like they safely skim the wall, and I absolutely don't believe it. They get to safety, and they get delivered a kill by a Wraith that cues directly into him, knowing that a team is flanking them, that she's running from someone. They're going to try to take advantage of that too, but again, the Griz are between several teams.
They have their backs covered though, and if they push this team quick and wipe them out, they could get some nice shield resets and get ready for the next fight.
Yeah, Legend looking for some information there, but they absolutely have to go now. They have to chase this team. They have to take an engagement with them, and this team is going to get away scot-free around this mountain. It's just going to be a 3-on-3 here between Griz and whoever this team is that they damage. There's nobody else in the area. Soldier gets it down, absolutely laser beams a guy, trying to get a shield off. Another one goes down by Vaca. Legend holding the area, only one teammate left for that squad. They haven't gotten the elims yet, and it looks like Vaca's able to get it down too. That whole squad goes down to 4 teams, knowing that one is flanking them potentially. But a lot of kills for the Griz. Again, great capitalization, great resets, and they're in the driver's seat again for another game. It looks like a difficult ring for them, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Super well played by the Griz, though. They put themselves in a super sticky position, but managed to get out. It is very fortunate that more teams weren't looking at them.
Yeah, absolutely. Just getting out, luckily, because other teams were concerned about each other and not being too committed on the Griz, but it did get pretty close there.
Yeah, nice though. They got that was 6 people, 6 KP for the Griz there.
Something like that. There was a Wraith that was solo in between there. It's tough to say, unable to see all 3 perspectives. Hopefully they give us a good shot of it at the end. If our producer could leave us on the kill totals and we'll be able to see that whole lobby screen at the end to see how the Griz did. Unable to see Vaca's totals right now. Looks like Griz gets scanned by 2 teams here, Steve-O. This is going to look pretty rocky for them. I think this might be it. This is a really, really rough spot to be. Definitely has Calphon on him, or Escape. That's NRT. Legend gets pumped down, and he needs his teammates to cover him. The Gibby ult is going to work. He needs to bubble res, though. The bubble res has to come through, and it doesn't.
Oh, my goodness.
Not sure why Gibraltar didn't have his bubble available. Getting pinched from 2 teams must be the reason. Griz have almost no chance of getting out of this one alive. We're going to go to Soldier's perspective, but it doesn't look good. He's already gone down. Vaca's the only one left, and still 4 squads up. Soldier is the kill leader currently, so lots of good kills on the team. And Griz is going to go down in 4th place for the 2nd game in a row, but kind of the same deal as last time, getting a good amount of KP. Let's see how they did. Yeah, a total of 9 kills and 4th place. I think that's the exact same result that they had last time. Pretty unfortunate. Just seemed like the team was between a rock and a hard place, literally and figuratively.
Yeah, I'm still a little baffled by their decision to push out of that spot instead of holding the team behind them. That was an interesting play for me. It ended up kind of working out for them though. They ended up still getting like 6 kills out of it. And then they just unluckily ended up here with rocks as cover, like 1 truck and 1 rock. So not
absolutely. Yeah, like I said, I'm sorry to have interrupted you, but like I said, it was not a favorable ring for them, and that really showed. Pushing into 2 teams late. Would have liked to have maybe seen a trickier play, and that's going to do it. NRT able to ace everybody and get another victory. Definitely just looking unstoppable in this league right now. I don't think they can physically be caught at this point.
Yeah, they are putting out quite a show.
Unfortunately, Escape chooses on the Bloodhound, chose to push in on Legend on the Pathfinder. They were both overextended a little bit. Griz had a better opportunity to capitalize, but no one paying attention, probably watching their flanks. And that would have been Griz's moment to work together to laser down that one team and get an advantage, or one player and get an advantageous fight. Probably a lot more factors than we can understand that they can see and hear in the game. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm actually not listening to any game audio, so that's a big deal that I'm missing out.
Just let's take a look at the final damage totals here. You can see, oh, sorry, they moved off of it, but was going to say you could see Griz safely in that number 2 damage and kill spot behind NRT, and that just seems to be how it goes. NRT just kind of running amok on this division, running amok on this league. But yeah, just really unfortunate that they're always coming up second in these games unless they're able to find NRT in a 1v1, which has worked well for them. Not able to do that in any of these games, getting caught between multiple teams.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like every time the positioning just isn't in their favor when NRT shows up. So um, I have no clue.
Yeah, and something not that you can predict positioning, but you can predict how to play around the different opportunities. And as this is just, the first year that all three of these players had played together, there's still more improvements to be made about positioning, about ring placement, and things like that. I think the aim is there, the teamwork is there. It's just the overall scope of dealing with those bad situations is getting a lot better. They just need some more practice. But I mean, props to them for keeping themselves alive, for getting out of 2 sticky situations there.
Yeah, absolutely. That was great. Great performance. 9 kills, not bad. That was what altogether, like probably around 15 points or something.
It's 14 points exactly, so very close. And I believe it's 14 from the previous game as well, getting another 4th place finish and 8 or 9 kills in that previous game. So, Grizz is not afraid to take fights. They're getting pretty lucky with a couple of them. Some wraiths just queuing or portaling right into them.
Yeah.
You can't predict that, but it sure helps when it happens. And they're definitely not missing their opportunities. They're not failing to capitalize when those things happen. So good
Yeah.
job. Good job on them doing a good job of staying in this fight.
Yeah, those poor wraiths. That seems like a Solly thing right there, or a Stevo thing.
That's
that would
just
me. I'd portal out and there'd be a whole team with godly aim just waiting for me on the other side.
yeah. I mean, I think they got 2 in 1 game there, didn't they? The same exact situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let you go ahead and keep going. I'm just gonna take a peek over here and see what the lobby is looking like. Again, we're 5 minutes behind on them, so uh, they're not in lobby yet, but don't see why things wouldn't be good to go. Yeah, everything looks like it's going to be okay. No info from Apex Spark on this last map. I know that they had a little server trouble the last game, but yeah, no issues here. So in 5 minutes or so, we should be right into game. They're going to go ahead and hop into lobby already. Wow, Sully, or Stebo, sorry, a quick day of Apex. It goes by pretty fast when it's this exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy that they're lasting till the final teams. It's pretty entertaining to watch. So is this 4th game their last game, or
This isn't their last of the season, but it will be the last of today. They may opt. They do a thing called happy hour, where the tournament organizers will do things like racing on the Trident on the Olympus map afterwards and stuff. Just fun things to engage the community, but nothing required and nothing that is. I don't want to say it's not worth streaming, but it's just unpredictable content. We'll say that, and it's not a producer or a caster's favorite thing to deal with. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know, casting a Trident race could be pretty fun. So
yeah, you see, and my point exactly is that the Trident race was supposed to be like an old classic, like racing warthogs and Halo, but some of the players is not really buying in and just fighting each other and kind of ruining it for everybody. So it didn't go well last time.
oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, see.
I took my team off of the map with the train not too
Sure.
long ago.
Yeah.
So I definitely thought I could make a jump that was not makeable. But so actually I want to ask you, because I'm curious for my own sake, if you stay in it, does it like shoot you back up? Like, do you fly back up, or are you I jumped out. That's the problem. All right.
Yeah, there is a failsafe not on your person but on your vehicle. So the vehicle will explode and it will give you all a chance to land. It'll blow up and shoot you up. You'll all have a chance to land back on the map if you stay in it. If you jump off of it, your team is gonna have to go pick up your box.
Yeah, that's me.
And I will say that Olympus has no shortage of really strangely laid out areas where you'll think that you're jumping to another location, but there's nothing beneath you. So you'll either be chasing a team or scrambling away. You'll vault a railing, which doesn't happen on any other map. You'll vault a railing and there will be nothing under you. And if you're playing a character, a bloodhound, a crypto, I played on. I think I did it on Loba, so I tried to throw my jump drive at you. I mean, you're just done. There's no
Yeah,
chance. You're
yeah.
not getting back up there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Aaron, yes, I jump off the map on accident in every game, so I've just accepted it. It's just gonna stay probably, but it's okay.
Well, it's a strategy in ranked, but it's totally banned in tournament play that if you're alone and a team starts shooting you, that you just want to jump off so that they can't get your stuff and have a better chance of winning. Because if you know you're done, then you avoid giving someone another point. But uh, I don't really care for that strategy very much. It's kind of unsportsmanlike.
Yeah,
So
that doesn't seem too fair. Yeah. Hmm. Kind of smart, but pretty unsportsmanlike. I agree.
yeah, and
Yeah,
at the end of the day, we're talking about 1 kill point, so not much RP, not much point totals. It's really, and it's not going to make you look great in the eyes of your opponents too. So I've
yeah.
had 1 or 2 of my final kills stolen from me by someone just jumping off.
Uh, yeah, but I've also gone off with Horizon's tactical because I'll think I can get over a wall, and I do get over it, but there's nothing on the other side. So that's
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
that's an issue.
A lot of with Horizon and her different kit, not really another character other than Octane with the jump pad that is like that. That can kind of grief your own teammate, especially in a trident. Throwing that Q down and just popping your teammates or your trident up in the air. There's nothing they can do about it. If you throw your Q on your teammate, they are going up in the air, regardless of whether they want to or not.
You guys hear that?
It's the same
Excited.
with an Octane jump pad. One funny thing to do to mess with your teammate is if they're sniping, say they're on Gibraltar and they're just kind of crouched up on a hill, put that jump pad right behind them, like on their back foot. So the
Oh my
second someone starts shooting at them, they step on it and they just go flying into the air. All right,
uh,
looks like we're back in. It's going to be the last game, Stevo.
all right, let's go. I really am happy about the crypto play. I like crypto. I think he's so cool. He's so
Yeah.
edgy,
Yeah, agreed. And he's got a great kit. We haven't really seen an overutilization of his potential from Vaca today. Saw it yesterday during the rank games, a lot of good ults, but kind of holding those close to the chest today. I'm not sure. Maybe the Griz can be a little more liberal with their usage of Gibraltar and crypto ults here in order to push teams. I mean, saving them till the end isn't going to help if you go down.
Yeah, absolutely. A nerfer is calling me out because I would also throw my tactical in front of people when they were looting boxes so I could get the loot.
That's absolutely toxic.
Yeah, it's pretty toxic.
I would recommend any players of the program that want to play Apex to play with me instead, who won't do those things, but will teach you, uh, and work with you as a good teammate, and even give you items out of my own pocket as opposed to taking them for myself. So
Okay, hold up. I'm fairly nice most of the time.
oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just a nerf herder because
I see. I
They,
mean, we have Jay in chat, and he can confirm that I will give you the armor off my own back because I want you to succeed, unless it is Jay specifically who follows me around and takes things right out from under me at the last second.
There's definitely a loot problem in Apex. It's funny.
It's become a bit of a meme now. It's funny, but at first, I don't know that it was intentional, but it was happening a lot where I'd see something run into a building and then it would disappear as my hands reached out for it. Tears streaming down my cheeks. I just want one item, and Jay just goes sprinting off to the other side of the building.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah, he's.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, okay. I was just gonna say Jay is my own personal loot goblin. Unfortunately, I can't take him down because he's on my team and there's no friendly fire.
It's okay. And Nerford is also a loot goblin, so. But Oh no, he switched off the wingman. I was so ready for a wingman R99 combo. I also love that one. Um, oh, it looks like he's gonna go for the Volt though.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a little odd seeing the flatline R99. I would like to see flatline Volt. You know, none of these players really going for the flatline, but it is a very versatile gun. Only suffering from recoil control is its only complaint, but high damage, good fire rate, really long range on it. It does chew through ammo a little bit. So.
Yeah, I personally really like the flatline too. I actually like every gun besides the Mozambique. I should. I really suck with that one.
Yeah, seeing a player opt like not Stebo but Stedo, our former one of our former varsity players here, opting for something like the Mozambique or the P2020 with hammer point is just it. I don't want to say it's cringeworthy, but it is a little hard to watch because it's got a high potential, but when he gets in those tough situations where he needs two guns to swap between, that P2020 or that Mozambique with hammer point is risky.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Griz getting actually a really nice loadout here, going full blue, some shield batteries. Legend has passed multiple backpacks at this point and not picked them up. I'm not sure if he realizes that he doesn't have one. But, you know, focused on standard gameplay, it can actually be really tough to laser in on every single thing that you need and not realize that you're missing something. There he finds a backpack. He starts to look for one. I think he noticed. So he's in good shape now. And what I really like to see, Stebo, is that Legend is running the R301. I've been talking about this. It's probably the most beloved gun in the game currently. It is well-rounded. It's got range. It's got a slower fire rate, easier to control, barrel stabilizer. You'll see him put a 3X if it's available on it, but he'll stick with the 2X for now. And it is honestly an excellent, excellent choice.
I personally really like the R3 too, but I was led to believe that the R99 was better. But maybe, you know, for the versatility, whoa, maybe you know, maybe I start running that instead for the range.
Yeah, not uncommon for someone if there is enough light ammo. Both guns really chew through it, but not uncommon if someone's running maybe 300 or 400 light ammo and they're confident to have the R301 and the R99 to swap between, because the R301 is just, while I think the Volt is the overall best gun, I think the R301 is seeing the most success right now just with how much you can do with it. It is takes the place of sniper rifles. It's got that medium range. As you can see, he's already just going to hit his first shot immediately, laser pinpoint accuracy. And it's just really, really good for spamming people down from range. And it's also good in close quarters too. So no negatives on the R301.
Absolutely.
I like that Griz are finding a fight here in Skyhook. I think they should really push in.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to as well. Unless I looked away at the wrong time. Yeah, they're headed there, right?
Yeah, they're going to push this team off the building. Doesn't look like the team's going to stay in. They're going to back up to the next one. Sonar detected, so they are retreating. Griz should definitely see this as an invitation to attack. They've got Gibraltar to poke people down. Legend head glitching on the wall here, looking for some potential. They've got a gold armor, so it looks like they probably came from Trials. Surprising to see a team running Trials in a competitive game. They're going to break the gold armor. He's going to zip over, but here's the problem. That's gold armor. Nobody else. It's dangerous to push in on a broken gold because they can heal so quickly. Legend already showing he's low on HP. He needs to pop a shield battery. He needs his team to cover him.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like they also had a purple armor on him, so this is going to be a little bit of a armor diff here.
Yeah,
but I think they can do it. It seems like they have the aim advantage for sure.
They definitely do. They just are looking for an opportunity to catch one of these players in a bad position where they can single them out. The team playing below, trying to get some scans, but not really a good scan from them. Not sure what happened here. Fighting against pushing against a gold armor is always going to be tricky. The idea is to laser focus that person, get that knock, and then you can push on the team. But this team definitely coming from Trials. So good reason to be worried that all three players have pretty high level gear.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a weird spot too. They can't really go. I suppose they could check them out with the drone, but Vaca's not really Vaca's not really in a good spot to drone actually.
He could definitely hide up behind that air conditioning unit that he's on. Just had to be afraid of getting pinched from the back. These guys are just gonna rat, yeah, down on the second floor. just waiting for Griz to make a mistake. Griz waiting for them to make a mistake. We'll see who gets most impatient first. But again, as we saw last game, Stebo, the longer this engagement goes on, the more potential for a third party.
Yep.
Thanks for the feedback there, bud.
Sorry. I was thinking about the next. I personally would love to see the crypto drone ult come through and just go in and then they rush it. Like, I know that sounds kind of crazy, but
no. I mean, I'm thinking the absolute same thing. I'd like to see crypto use the drone either through a window on the outside or down the elevator shaft and see what he could get done with it. It's fast moving, hard to hit. So, I mean, it could definitely open it up.
Yeah, absolutely. That would definitely be their entrance. Because they're going to be here for a while. Like, I mean, they're in ring too. So like at least a couple more minutes. And another team could definitely third party here, but.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm just, yeah, we'll see what happens. But I personally think, are they going to leave them?
Yeah, it looks like Griz opting not to take this fight. A little disappointing, but again, they know they've made the calculated play that it might just be too risky to push in on a team like that with such a difference in loot. I still would like to see them do it. I think the risk is lower than the reward, which is really, really high on getting all their loot. But maybe they're just not confident they can win that fight. So kind of disappointing there. They're going to try to reposition and poke them from a distance.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate they didn't take it, but who knows? Maybe they catch this team on their way out of the circle.
Yeah, Jay, we have not seen a crypto ult. We have seen one crypto ult today used in defense, so as a reset tool. But yeah, pretty scarce on those crypto ults today. I'm not sure what's going on.
And they come back fairly quickly. Am I wrong? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's not something that you need to hold on to like it's life or death. The crypto ult is used as an entrance most of the time. It can be used defensively if you land it near your teammates to sort of hold them off for an extra second or two so you can get some shield bats off. But it is not, he's going to use his drone now, so I'd like to see it come out, but it is not the ultimate ability in this game. It comes back pretty quickly, so I'd like to see more aggression with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
This just might be a result of Vaca has switched over to crypto late in the season. As I said, he was playing Gibraltar for a while, so maybe he's just getting more comfortable with the character and doesn't want to do anything that's going to put his team at risk.
Right. Like in saying hi to that other team through the window.
Yeah, good sportsmanship there. I like that. You know, if you see another team and you can't hit them, there's no reason to just be a jerk. Go ahead and give them a little dance in your building through the windows. And
yeah, I like it. It's the community part that's really entertaining.
Yeah, it's like an instance if you're ratting at the end of a game and you run into another rat, instead of just wiping each other out, you just huddle up together, you know, stay close for warmth and try to get your placement points. And then it's not the worst strategy in the world.
Yeah, I'm curious though, are there tournament rules against that? That seems like it'd almost be teaming.
Yeah, teaming in a tournament game is not allowed. So.
Okay, I was gonna say that seems dangerous.
Ooh, looks like Vaca might have gotten hit by a Kraber here or a headshot from a Sentinel. I can't really think of what else it would be. I believe it was a Kraber, and they're only looking to escape at this point, not wanting to take a Kraber head on. Repositioning on the Skyhook tunnel that leads through the vault might be a good opportunity for them to get a pick because maybe they didn't see Legend push in early. He's just kind of holding the tunnel for his team to cross and get healed up here. They do see him, and another team is fighting. This is their opportunity. I think the Griz have to go here.
Yep. Nice little beam there, too. Took out probably like half of his shields, so...
Yeah,
they're
must have heard my shot calling. They are going for it. Legend setting up the zipline, already hitting some flash. He's going to take point, but his teammates are the purple armors. Not sure when they both picked those up. We must have missed it in Skyhook somewhere. But this other team has nowhere to go. They're going to get healed up a little bit, but Griz still going to be confident here that they can win this fight. They need to go in.
Yep. Yeah, this is it. And they're going. Keep talking, Blitz. Go. What's next?
Yeah, absolutely. So what's going to happen now is the other team is going to push around behind the ring. They've gone through it. So Legend and team are going to reset through the tunnel and look to take a team. They're going to check the right first when they come out here to make sure it's safe. If they go through the train tunnel, looks like Vaca's just going to use the drone to get information while they wait. But they're going to expect to see the team either from behind where Legend's checking or from the left once they leave the train tunnel. And unfortunately, just not able to chase a team. It is not smart to chase into the ring. That team taking a risk by going through it. So, unfortunately, giving the Griz no option for chase there. That's just unfortunately what it is.
Yeah, that was pretty smart from them to just go around, take the damage in the ring, and head out.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the meds for it, the Gibby bubble was able to save them from any aggression. Not really wise to fight that if you're not using shotguns, and it looks like nobody running shotguns on the team. So pushing into a Gibby bubble without a shotgun is not smart. They were able to just get their shields healed up and run away. And Griz, no idea what's around that corner, no idea how set up the other team is, just making smart play, keeping the edge of the ring here. Unfortunately, just blanking on these fights.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're close to Skyhook, no? Like this is, you said Skyhook Tunnel?
Yeah, this is the tunnel that leads from Skyhook. Unfortunately, we saw at that last ring that only the edge of the ring is going to be in Skyhook. It looks like they see another team in the train tunnel here fighting. We're going to switch perspectives, it looks like. Yeah, we're on Soldier here, a little bit low quality stream there. May have had some issues. Sometimes those non-partners don't get the best quality, but we're still able to see what's going on. He's got a 3x on a Spitfire, which I have to say is completely a questionable decision. But getting some hits through the gas there. Soldier using that aim shield, abusing that aim shield by aiming down sights and just holding this team out. We're going to look to push in. They really need to get moving if they're going to take out this team.
Wait, Vaca took the Wraith portal.
Yeah, Vaca going in there and capitalizing on that low player while Soldier holds the flanks. Looks like they were able to push the other team off, so not bad for the Griz. They get 1 kill out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. But Soldier just gets beamed from behind in Skyhook.
Yep, unfortunately was not watching his back. I don't know that anybody's going to be able to collect him in time. It's going to be really close. Legend looking to fight over his body, but just gets collapsed on, unable to see. If we could switch back over to Legend's perspective. He looks like the Griz got 2 kills out of that. So seeing Soldier, he only got 1 assist, but it looks like they were able to wipe out that team.
Yeah, not bad. They are getting beamed, unfortunately.
Oh, I see. Unfortunately, we've had to switch over to Soldier's perspective for the time being, as Legend is affiliated and will run an ad on his stream. So we will go back to that as soon as possible.
Ads.
Yeah, unfortunately, just not a lot you can do to control that content, especially when you're in a game like that. Don't want to be focused on that.
Yeah.
Just want to be laser focused on your game here. Maybe Vaca tries to recover that banner with his drone. I hope they're not going to try to go completely 2v3 till the end of the ring, but they did have to run. I would like to see him make at least an attempt at getting it back, unless they're being chased.
Can you get it with the drone?
Yeah, the drone can pick up a banner and can res, so it's pretty versatile.
Whoa, hold up. I'm a crypto main for sure now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I
pretty strong. Vaca's or Soldier's box to look into timeout here. It's going to be way back in the ring, and they've just decided it's not worth it. They're going to play for placements. It's not going to be a high kill game for Griz. Best case scenario, top 3 at this point. We'll just see if they can stay in the ring, get some zone scans off, hoping to be fortunate on this ring placement. And it looks like it's going to be a good distance from them. They are able to find a rat behind them. That's actually pretty advantageous for the Griz. This is almost a free kill if they're able to capitalize on it. Just finding a solo player off by themselves. Gets healed up and gets his shields back. Might be another player with him. It's tough to say.
Nice little pre-fire. Yeah, that makes the R301 look really good right there. That laser coming in.
Yeah, the laser beam from it, just having that blue or higher barrel stabilizer on it. If you can get a gold crafted, it is a super accurate gun from that medium range. It is definitely a better option than the R99 at that distance, because the R99 just has so much bullet fall off. And so the damage is down to like maybe 9 damage per bullet at that range, which is not very good.
Looks like they're coming up on a fight here.
Yeah, another capitalization, looking just to get some thirst. They want this position. The Griz want this position. It's not about the kills. It's about getting rid of these teams and trying to take over this area, because they just don't have anywhere to go. They don't want to go back through the tunnel. Unfortunately, they're late to the fight again, getting pushed from behind. A Wraith portal has been put on them, but Vaca gets the rat. He finds that solo player that was by himself and gets gift wrapped another kill and some meds, so not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, that's great. And they still have this position on the other team here A lot of death boxes. That could be a lot of really good loot.
Yeah, unfortunately, Griz not going to be able to access it with that other team available. Not going to be able to go around the mountain. They're really limited on options here. The best bet might be, oh my goodness, a great amount of damage on that gold shield. But again, with the gold, just can't capitalize. That Pathfinder is already healed at this point.
So is gold technically better than red Evo then, or?
It's definitely a player preference. I know that more players prefer the red. Probably like a 10-1 prefer the red. Oh, Griz gets it down and just get another limb late in the clock. So not bad.
Yeah, that's great.
The red shield is preferred by most players. The advantage to the gold is if you're limited on meds and you just have small meds, gold is definitely better. One shield cell is worth 2 shield points on a gold shield. But having that extra 25 HP on the red shield and just being able to pop a shield battery being much quicker, the red at the end of the day is more beloved by players. I personally prefer the gold, but that's because I get shot a lot and I need to heal a lot.
So. Fair.
I see Vaca has joined us in chat, cheering on his teammates, hoping that they go pretty far. The classic Vaca move is just put a whole bunch of Pog champs in chat.
Well, his teammates are Pog champs, so he's right there.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, sorry. That means the game is probably over in the next 5 minutes because Vaca is still alive on the game that we're watching. So he's cheering himself on at this point. Sorry, not Soldier. Yeah, no spoilers, please, Vaca. We still want to see how it plays out. 4 squads left. Griz, again, I said they were in a sticky situation, but honestly, Stebo, they managed to capitalize with only 2 players. They get 2 extra kills after Soldier goes down and gets eliminated. They might find another.
Gosh, wow.
They find another rat. And Legend looking for almost towards red armor on the red Evo shield here. Only 3 squads left. Griz sitting on 6 or 7 kills, which is really surprising. It wasn't the best start. It wasn't the best position for them, but they have found a place in the ring. They found a good position, and who knows what they have left. I mean, getting 3rd place with 2 players, I mean, this is an achievement. They have found 3 different rat teams.
Wow. And the beam.
Look at the laser beam from Legend.
Awesome. Wow.
That's that Kovacs tracking practice right there. Showing off. He had to push in towards another team and getting that a limb, but it looks like, unfortunately, the last team alive is going to be NRT again. So Legend and Vaca squaring off on unfair ground against NRT, getting that a limb on that last person. That other squad is probably going to go completely down. Legend in danger here. He's opting to take the fight. He goes down. You don't like to see that. You like to see him jump off. Vaca is actually able to get it. He's got a gold backpack. This would be a miracle play. NRT is going to push in. They're going to start shooting. And unfortunately, they go out second. But maximizing their kill points, getting a 2nd place, I mean, absolutely miracle finish for them.
Yeah, that was great. And some of that tracking from Legend was just out of, oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, and Vaca playing a great team player there in the position. Legend able to beam down a Gibraltar that's by himself down to 1 HP, and Vaca just knowing that Legend is low. He got down. His only option at 1 HP is to get that kill, and he commits to it. He finishes the kill, and he saves the Griz from going down in 3rd, gets him to 2nd place. Really nice move there.
Yeah, well played from the Griz. That was great. I mean, we saw 2 4th places and then 1 2nd. I can't remember what the first game was, but
yeah, first game I think they went down in 6th or 7th in thermal station there. That was the one where they just got pressed by every single team, so it was a little rocky. But I will say a lot of high finishes here. Not bad on the point totals. They're definitely going to outfox a couple of other teams this week. Unfortunately, no 1st places. That's where the real big points come in. It also sends a message to other teams. It says, look, we can win them too. You know, we can put some wins up on the board like we did a couple weeks ago. Getting close here, but just a couple of minor mistakes, couple of bad rings, forcing the Griz into a 2nd or a 3rd place.
Yeah, great job. That was a sweet game. I really enjoyed that one. I think.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, too, if If Vaca had been alive for that very well, they might have won that fight actually. With the Gibby shield or the Gibby shield or whatever.
Yeah, so, Soldier on that Gibraltar, not really seeing if he didn't have his bubble available. He went down really quickly, might have gotten Krabered or focused down by a whole team. That is a strategy, is to wait, use your trigger discipline and all focus at the same time. So didn't really get to see how Soldier went down there. But yeah, I mean, Silver again being scrappy, fight until the end and making the most out of it. It is unfortunate. You would have liked to see him get that win, but would like to see them take NRT on in a head-to-head fight with even footing. But props to NRT for always having good position and control of where they're at. They're always in the right spot. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, so I'll go ahead and crunch some numbers here if you want to sort of talk about your final feelings here. I'll try to figure out exactly around the point totals that they got.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. No, overall, I thought the like from the first game moving on all the way down to the fourth, it felt like the positioning was better, the aggression was better. It was just a day of improvement, constant improvement for me. So I really enjoyed seeing it. Props to all you guys, the unsquad. That was super entertaining.
Yeah,
And
thanks for being here, guys. We love seeing you guys come in to chat after your games are over, and shout out to you guys for playing through. It's been a rocky weekend with all the reschedules. It looks like Stebo, I'm going to have him somewhere around 50 point total for the day, which is a really solid placement. It's not bad. I think 100 is probably the best we could hope for, and just low finishes. Obviously, low point totals like in the single digits are the worst, so they're right there in the middle. Breaking out of that less than 10 points per match is really good. They did that in 3 out of their 4 matches. They placed in the teens, which was excellent, close to 20 points one game. So I think there's somewhere around 50 points for the day. Probably going to be one of the top 5 squads in point total in this division. There's another division that goes on at the same time, so not really sure how that one's going, but we'll get you guys an updated point total by the end of the day, and we can look forward to the last weekend of the Apex Spark series next weekend, Saturday at 1 p.m. Mountain Time.
awesome. Hey, well, thanks for having me. Let me cast to you. It was very fun.
Yeah, I had a great time with you. I know that it's like I had to deal with Beefy yesterday. I know it's always hard to get a word in edgewise with me on the comms, so I appreciate your patience in that regard. Um, it's been really fun. We got to do it again sometime, and we're looking for the rise of Stebo in Apex Legends. I'm telling you, we're ready for you to start playing.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, a classic vague response from a college student. It's like
Uh-huh.
it's like when you're a youngster and your mom says "We'll see." You're like, "Can I have a candy bar?" And she says "We'll see." You're like, "Okay, I know what that means. I don't like it, but I know what that means."
Well, this time you don't actually know what it means.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
After after hearing what the drone can do, maybe I'm just a full-time crypto main because that's that's pretty great.
Yeah, I would love to see it, but I gotta say, with your playstyle, I really see you on a different champ such as Wraith or Bloodhound or one of those little scrappy, a little movement based character. I've seen what you got in the tank. I know that there's potential there for some twitchy aims. So usually crypto is more of a play back and help your teammate with support type of guy.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a W key type of guy for sure.
Gotta
And
have
then
that get out of jail free card.
yeah, I'll tack out into aimbot leggings there and
All right, Steve. Well, thanks so much for showing up. Thanks for wearing that Griz esports hoodie. You love to see it. Looks like
yeah.
some people in chat, like Irenaeus, Kian, for instance, might want to play some Apex Legends after this. Yep. Sully
Yeah.
with the PogChamp personal emote goes off there.
Oh,
Yeah, just thanks to all the viewers. Thanks to all of the people that come from all over the communities, from different places. Friends of mine, friends of the program, friends of all the players that want to sit here and support and watch us play, and all former and current players and production staff. So that's Cast Ryan behind the scenes running everything off of a Nokia brick 1996 cell phone. He runs the whole production off of that. So I really appreciate the hard work there. And then I do my analysis on my TI-83 Plus graphing calculator. So working out great. We've got Legend with the apes in chat. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I think that's all. Steve, you want to give your closer?
Yeah, thanks for having me once again. You guys did great, and I will see you in the final rings of Apex.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm stealing that. Yeah, I will see you next time, guys. And we've got League of Legends this evening, 7 o'clock. We'll be back. I'm not sure if Sibo will be with me, but hopefully we can get the band back together for the final week next Saturday at 1 o'clock. Without further ado, we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching Griz Sports.